Our top story this afternoon. Travel disruption continues this morning after a teenager was stabbed close to Euston station last night. Hampstead Road is closed in both directions. Natasha Devan joins us from there.
That's right, Stuart. I'm standing on the corner of Hampstead Road, which is still cordoned off 15 hours after an 18-year-old was stabbed in the early hours of the morning. Police have been investigating all day, and it's led to major road closures and bus diversions. Now, the man was taken to hospital at 1 a.m. with stab wounds, which are said to be non-life threatening. But he's the 18th person to be stabbed in our area since the start of 2019. That means that since the 1st of January, there has been one stabbing every 2 days, and 3 people have died, and half of the people attacked have been teenagers. So why is this happening? Well, I've been speaking to experts in knife crime and policing. The first person I spoke to was youth worker Dean Ryan, who told me that mental illness and life pressures were the key contributors to the rise in knife crime. I also spoke to Graham Wittone, who has 30 years' experience of policing in London. He told me police need more resources. Both of them agreed that parents needed to take more responsibility to reduce the rate of knife crime in London.
And Natasha, is there any update on his condition?
Well, there's no recent update at the moment, and as you can see, the cordon is still up. And we've been speaking to police officers on the scene, and they've told us that the cordon remains up until they get a sign-off from the doctor to give them the full approval that he is in a more stable condition.
And you mentioned this is the 18th person who's been stabbed in the area this year. How does that compare to the number of stabbings this time last year?
That's right. So there's been 18 in this period so far. And in the same period last year, there were only 7 stabbings, which means that the number has more than doubled this year already.
And then finally, Natasha, with rush hour looming, is there any news on when the road will be opened?
Well, you're right, Stuart, and there are people walking around waiting at bus stops, wondering where their buses are. There's no clear update on what's happening with the roads. The public aren't sure what's happening. We actually just caught a woman trying to go into the crime scene. She had to be escorted out by police. So there's clearly confusion in the area. We'll keep you updated as we get them.